Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming. So today, another from the occasional or not occasional series of games I picked up in the PlayStation Store sale that have been in my library for a long time that I'm giving a try to. And this one is called Everreach Project Eden. If you've watched any of the other videos I've done about these kind of games, not like this game, but games I picked up cheap. I often go into the PlayStation Store sale, look at games that are very much reduced and that seem like they have something about them that are interesting to me, and I'll just buy them, and then sometimes I'll buy 5 or 6 at the same time, and then I'll never get around to playing any of them, or maybe one. This is a game I've never played. I bought it a long time ago, maybe a couple of years, 3 years, I don't remember. It's a long time ago, and I never played it. It's a kind of RPG space game. The nearest I could think of is it sounded a little bit like a kind of, I don't know, poor man's Mass Effect. I know it's made by an indie studio. And this is it. So here we are. We're on a planet. We've crash landed on a planet. You get a nice little cutscene. This is the main character in the game, Nora. I think she looks fine. As I've said many times previously, I'm not one of those people who's really overly worried about graphics, so as far as I'm concerned, her character modelling will do for me. I can obviously see, Cyberpunk and Watch Dogs Legion, there's better character modelling available, but for me, I would be 100% happy to play this character for as long as the game goes on, and I understand it's not a very long game, so character modelling is fine. She looks fine. The character movement is pretty good. The world looks okay. It doesn't look amazing, but it looks fine. It looks and feels, and that's all I can say with this game, everything about it so far, and I've played it a few hours over the last few days, it's like, if you know Asylum Films, they're a kind of budget American studio that make cheap, fun but cheap sci-fi horror movies, and it reminds me of that. Everything about how she even looks, how she talks, the way the world looks reminds me of that, and that's not a negative. Everything can't be a multi-budgeted blockbuster, so that's fine. I don't mind that at all. So, like I said, I've already come to this little area here. I did a little bit of shooting. You've got this gun, which looks fine. The way she moves looks fine. You've got crouch. You've got fire. I think the firing sound could sound better, but her movement is good. And how she moves around is okay. It's a little bit janky. You can see it's a bit jerky, the way she kind of continues to move. It's very hard to make her stand still when she's got her gun drawn, so let's put her gun away. But her movement is fine, the character modelling is fine, the world looks fine. Again, it's all a little bit janky. But number one, it's an indie studio and it's not a big budget game. And number two, I understand it's not a long game at all. I didn't know that when I bought it. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't have bought it. And having played a little bit of it and seen the way the combat is and the fact it's a little bit janky, these monsters are apparently harmless, they don't attack. I'm glad it's not a very long game. I think it would be...
Are those the obelisks? Wow, they're even bigger than they looked in the vids. No wonder Everreach needed archaeologists.
I'll come back to that little bit of voice acting in a minute. Yeah, I'm glad it's not a super long game, because I think the way it plays as a shooter, the game will be difficult, because the shooting is not really great. But as a short game, it's fine. The voice acting, you just heard her. It reminds me of an Asylum movie. It's that kind of budgety fun, and that's fine. It's not Oscar-winning stuff, but it's fine. The shooting in this game is a problem. I've got it on the hardest kind of difficulty, and I'll show you what I mean. There's no shooting lock, So when you're shooting, she kind of, you can see it drifts. She kind of moves, so you're shooting, there's a thing there which I don't want to get killed particularly, but only because it takes a long time to reload, not for any other reason. So you can see there's no lock. And I'm quite good at these kind of games, but yeah, okay. So you can shoot stuff, it's possible, but it's not ideal because there's no lock, and the controls kind of drift, and she kind of moves around a little bit and drifts, so it's not easy. I'm playing this on, there's only 2 levels, there's a story level and there's a harder level, and I'm playing it on the harder level. To be honest, looking at how the shooting is, and I've already done a bit to get to this point, I would probably have played it on the story level, because I would play it through a short game, it's a short game, just to get the story, and the shooting would be subsidiary to what I'm doing, because I don't think this is a game that the shooting is going to be fun. I like if you saw the way she moves and the gun and her character model, it looks like it will be really good. If you only added, there's no jump in this game either for her, there's not even a roll. So they only crouch. So if you added a few mechanics to her to jump, roll, weapon lock, things like that, I think it could be really, really good. But there's not, so it comes out as yeah, as you can see, it comes out as very janky. What you don't want to be doing in this game is taking on more than one enemy at a time. It's difficult enough to lock on, not lock, but find the aim to hit one. If you're trying to hit more than one, you're absolutely doomed. It's definitely not going for quick fighting, at least how I've seen it. And I'm pretty good with these kind of sci-fi Mass Effect Andromeda, Mass Effect, the original Cyberpunk, Watch Dogs Legion kind of games. But this isn't easy, so I would recommend you play this, unless you're very good at this kind of thing. I would recommend you play it on story, and then just get the story, and the combat will be... See, that's what I mean, you have to hide back, there's going to be a lot of that. You have to hide back and kind of do it from a distance. There's some other guy shooting around there as well, so we're going to have to do the same with him. But it's doable, and so I'll continue on the level I'm on, and it just means I'm going to have to take a bit of time, like you just seen. I can't just run in like you would do in, I don't know, like you said, Watch Dogs Legion or Mass Effect. You can't just run in and roll and shoot and do what you want to do. You have to really be patient, or you'll get killed. If you do die, you come back to these save points quite regularly, so you just come back to there, but you don't really want to die. So anyway, it's quite a nice looking game. The main character looks good, I would say, for what the game is. The planet looks nice. The story's interesting. She's come to this planet where it's meant to be some kind of perfect, Eden, and something's gone wrong, and she's security, and she's come there to find out what's gone wrong, and on the way there she's shot down, and she's kind of looking for her other, I think one of her colleagues is killed and the other one's crash landed somewhere, so the story's quite interesting. And like I said, for a short game, that's going to be fine. I think this kind of combat over a long 20, 40, 50 hour game would be annoying. But for this length of game, it's fine. And I kind of like this. Like I said, I'm not saying it's the greatest game ever. I'm not saying everyone should run out and buy it. But if you like spacey, adventure-y games, and you can put up a little bit of jank, and like I said, it's a short game, I would say give it a go. If it's, as I've said, I think it's meant to be 5, 6 hours max. I'll play it through, I'll finish it, and then I'll see how it goes. So this is Everreach Project Eden. I may do an update if I get past to get to the end and see if it's anything exciting, if anything else happens, or I may not. But at the moment, it is what it is. A game from my library that's been in my library 3 years that I've now played, and yeah, I kind of like I kind of like it. Also, I think I'm always more inclined to play, like I said, it depends. Sometimes there's games you feel that you'll like because of the setting or because of the type. So it's a sci-fi game, which I like. It's a sort of Mass Effect-y kind of game, which I like. It's got a kind of mystery thing, which I like. And it's kind of in a bright world, which I like. If games are very dark and you can't see what's going on, Alien's Dark Descent is a good example. That I don't like that much. That would be a minus to a game, whereas a game in a nice bright where you can see everything. I don't mind going into dark areas, but if a game is too dark, I'll find that annoying. This game's got quite a lot of things that I'd immediately think I quite like that won't make it difficult to play, and then I can put up with a bit of jank and a bit of wobbly shooting. So anyway, that's it for me from Guessagaingaming for now. Take care for now.